4-way tie. And you can see Larynge increasing or decreasing the air conditioning. It's time to set the momentum here. Let's see how it goes. Talon starting on attack, XGOD on defense.
Yeah,
exciting stuff for both of these teams.
Both of these teams swapping up their comps into last time they played Icebox as well. You did have the Harbor comp coming out for Talon last time, and XGOD played the ISO Reyna. Thank the lords they have not backed themselves to do that this time again. They're going to start out with the KO. I think I like the KO better than the Sova on this map. Big fan of the KO on this map. The knife is so OP on it. It really helps you inform your decision making. I think it's a great combo with the Teo as well. Kennedy tries to chuck himself a little bit of a drone through B long there, but he gets denied by the salvos. Push down 2 is spotted out by the turret, and Talon speed up towards A.
Beautiful decision making here. KRX down at hell. Remember, player to watch here on the Sentinel roll. Immediately gets one. Even the spike down. Beautiful transfer. Gets a second shot mid-flight. And KRX single-handedly stops this alongside Fluky.
Surf trying to pick up the pieces. Salvo's flying out towards backside. He wants to try to take another duel with the Sheriff, but the wall will zone him back for now. Oh, punished on the cross back. KRX feeding a kill back in the favor of Talon, but there's still a man down.
And Kennedy, a beautiful ghost shot there. 40 seconds on the clock. They're on the site already, so they have a bit of time to maneuver and slice and dice their way through this. Open up a chance. Kennedy trying to slowly whittle down the numbers, instead gets found out by Niz. Fox as well with another frag. And a beautiful pistol round there started by KRX.
Yeah, lovely flick. Good side anchoring from him on the Killjoy. It's what you want to be seeing. And even the approach overall from XGOD. I mean, it starts out... This is really nice side anchoring, but it starts out with denying that Teo drone from Garage. Like, that is the interaction of the Teo. If you know where the opposing Teo is droning from, which Kennedy was trying to drone out of Garage, Fox just plants 2 missiles right on top of old mate's head, and he has to get off the drone. Like, that is just beautiful from Fox to just disrupt everything that Talon wants to do there over towards B.
Coordination between XGOD here. Very apparent. Let's see how Talon can sort of build damage using the turret to deny noise and
Silent drop
off of that. Yeah. Oh,
love to see it.
I know, it's very creative here. Cloudburst in, KRX again being first contact, forced to deal with that before the flash comes in. And another kill by Fluky as well alongside all of that. KRX repositions, but can't deal with the pseudo up and down. Garnet's the tailwind available into the Marshall. Body shot. More to come for sure in a 1v2 situation. A Bulldog upgrade, however, and the double swing will not isolate anything whatsoever. And it is an expensive round win, but nonetheless, XGOD will be happy about that.
I think Talon are pretty chuffed with what they've achieved there. Bunch of weapons taken away from the defense, and they've gotten the spike down. We are trying to min-max what we're bringing into the next round, so Spectre and Guardian will be the weapons that XGOD are going here. They even picked up the Bulldog, so nicely done. 2 rifles brought into the next, but for Talon, you know, pretty happy with what they've achieved there. They're getting a little bit closer towards the Armageddon, and we'll see what their approach is going to be with the anti-bonus and the first gun run for them.
KRX having to get lots of value off of his life, getting always the 1 before he falls, maybe an extra 2. It really does show why. It's definitely one of the players to watch here on the side of XGOD.
I'll shut down Killjoy's tech.
Good shots from Surf, but a little bit of a mistiming peeking off the KO flash there gives KRX a little bit more than maybe he should have gotten going there. Flash and the salvos going to zone some of the defense back. Ooh, there's the push punish from Kennedy. Garnet's not getting anything done with the Sheriff. He's picked into that turret 2 or 3 times now, so should be aware that it's there. But does get slowed by it and punished accordingly.
Might be a second peek. What? Kennedy! Into the ADS, gets the headshot. The turret for a kill. What a trade.
In the recent Academy tournament, like, I think Kennedy had like a +30 or a +40 series. I need to go back and have a little bit of a look who that was against, but I was flicking through the stats and saw that.
Kennedy can be absolutely be a monster of a player here on the side of Talon. Every single time he's able to find enough for multi-frags. Snappy though, also it can get pretty scary here. Able to reposition on top. Knows that there is going to be a player onto spawn, but the peek from KRX going to do the job.
30 seconds
Still
left.
not stopping. They want to plant the spike, commit to this. But Surf finds Fox. Beautiful headshot by KRX. What a sharpshooter he is. 3 bullets. Planted. The spike is... Doesn't want to reload just yet, but with the snake bite, just to stall for this. It's going to be a bit of a difficult attempt on a clutch. TB Loy, Larange, primed and ready. Peek right through it. Body shots. 9 HP. It's going to be really difficult. Maybe take one. An exit frag is the consolation prize here. The wide swing. Larange is going to finish the job. There you go. Talon wins the bonus.
Yeah, getting multiple duels fed to them in the middle of the turret contact. Good punish there for Kennedy. He did not... I thought he had a plus 40 series, but VLR was broken, and for some reason has recorded 2 of the same stats back to back. But he did go plus 17 on the Sova versus DRX Academy on Haven, which is still a pretty huge game. So we'll keep an eye out how he does perform in that same role, playing the Sova Teo, I'd imagine, in this series, particularly on Haven, because that's going to be the next map, and he's just had a 30 bomb on that against DRX Academy.
Whew.
Garnets has got the op out. He's looking for Kennedy here. I mean, he's posted up under 2, but Kennedy is droning in towards this A site, and I do imagine this is going to be a set play with the Armageddon from Talon onto A.
Lots of nanoswarms to clear out here. There's the salvos now. KRX repositioning again. There's the scam. There's the Armageddon, just to flush them all out. Snappy on top. Vertically into the nest, but no! Quite unfortunate. Larange does not have the comfiest spot to plant the spike. Here comes the flash, however, and Fluky's still able to get the kill. And now the spike is in the middle of it all, and not the best spot. Talon in shambles right after losing their duelist from the Armageddon.
That's just a facepalm moment. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about that. That was a pretty nice idea from Talon. The perfect salvos to flush the player's back sight, the Armageddon in the perfect position, and then you've just dashed straight into your own Armageddon. I mean, there's not really much else to say about that. TB Loy's just going to save. There's nothing else he can do with this round.
Yeah. Spike in the middle. Again, KRX. The frags that he has acquired has already led him to a lockdown that can be used later onto A.
10 seconds left.
They really have to be wary about that, Talon.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna maintain the op here, but totally right. That's something that Talon will have to keep in mind. I think it's going to influence how your setup looks in the next round. You probably take the op onto a deep info line, maybe towards A, try to get a peek, or just lock down that B line. And then you could even go for a 2 push realistically, and then you can play a little bit more retakey on A and rely on the lockdown to get yourself... Oh, dear. Made us watch it again. He did dash into the nanos as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a little unfortunate. And that is the downside of playing the KO Teo, especially if you're going to use the salvos like that. There is no util you can use to really break the nanos. That's the bonus of running the Sova.
So far they have been using it effectively. Garnet's very far forward angle, dodges the knife even.
Here.
But so far, nobody wants to try and peek just yet.
It's taking their time. Drone going to go forward. No one is there to break that for Garnets.
Oh! It's able to spot Garnets. Tailwind activated. Don't want to take the risk and lose the operator. TB Loy very far into tubes. And it's spotted by Niz anyways. There's the snake bite now activated. Let's see a couple of wide swings here. Niz jiggle peeking. Let's see if he's rewarded. No, TB Loy out in the open. Instead, we'll get the frag. This time around, Fluky's going to push through the smoke. Let's see if he's able to get a cheeky frag. But TB Loy's ready for this. They think he's still inside tubes. This is the shot onto the shoulder. But nonetheless, all the duels won by TB Loy.
Fox trying to pick them on the cross. Garnets has found TB Loy, so mid lurker has been cleared out. Drone going forward here for XGOD, but Talon, no one peeking. They're just playing this post plant together. Salvo should come up again soon, and he still have a nano on Surf.
Ooh. Definitely want to contest this one. Lockdown now activated. Snappy onto yellow. Waiting for the swing, and that's going to be Fox winning. Double 1 HP. The last player is very far with the Armageddon, or rather Salvo going to be used. Now it's on to half. They have their own as well. This is going to be a bit tricky here. The jiggle swing. KRX now defusing. They're locking in. They're not leaving. And they get to defuse. The spike. XGOD continues the lead.
Yeah, nicely done. Very surprised they're able to put together that 3-on-4 retake so cleanly. The lockdown investment was a bit of a ballsy play, but it works out nicely for them. I think the player on yellow needed to get more done there. Or if they dropped off someone towards yellow to kind of disrupt that, then it could have worked out a little bit better for them. But as it stands, even with double nanos and salvos onto the spike, that still was not enough time bought there from Talon Academy.
All right. Fox with a double really was high impact. To operator onto tubes. Who's going to cross? No one. It's already been done. It is already TB Loy making the cross to be.
Posted on that deep info line here for Garnet, so he has secured that mid control. Teo drone going to... Ooh, actually don't think he would have seen TB Loy there, but it will be destroyed nonetheless. And I know the Viper is lurking around the B side of the map. The rest of Talon have gotten close towards Maze here. They're going to follow the flash into A.
Oh, not going to do it this time around. Still making sure that that's clear before having to updraft there. Instead, back away first. Nobody wants to leave their posts.
They got the KO ult, but now they're going to walk straight back into Garnet, so they need to be smart about how they are peeking this mid line.
Oh, they're able to cross! Garnets forced to use the cloud burst, or rather the opposition, Snappy. Able to cross at least, but the operator still needs to be dealt with here in this long angle inside B. Here comes the Armageddon potentially, not yet, just salvos just to stop the spike from going down. They will still commit, but no, will be punished. Spike's gonna be in the middle of it all, and I think Fluky has an angle here if anybody decides to go through that. They're still wary of Kitchen. 10 seconds. Salvo just to clear Snowman, perhaps. They have Hunter's Fury. Here comes the Hunter's Fury to deny the spike going down, and they can't plant the spike at all. 5 seconds on the clock. There is no time. KRX just causing extra confusion into the fray. And XGOD continues to win these rounds.
It's nice salvos to flush out the Snowman player, but putting up their Viper wall does actually allow him to live there. That could have been a free kill. Definitely needed to hit that shot on the cross, but after all said and done, it's the Sova ult to stop the attackers from getting any kind of shenanigans done on the Sheriffs there. So timeout for Talon Academy. I mean, look, honestly, despite the fact they don't pick up that round win, that was still a lot of damage that they got done onto the defense side economy. I think they take the AWP out of their hands as well, so a decent chance to try to recover here and close the round deficit that they have accrued so far. They've seen multiple times that you do have the retake A set up with the KJ utility on towards that gen side, so that might be something that they need to keep in mind going forward here. They've seen that Jet aggress on the maze line as well a couple of times.
Yeah, having to try and clear that. Snappy has been a bit hesitant to go much forward after, you know, seeing the nano swarms being sort of stacked up at the right side of A on near gen, around the right side of Nest. So A has been extra hard for the side of Talon.
Yeah.
But B also has been quite fortified every single time XGOD is able to rotate cleanly there.
I mean, same setup on the right side of site here, so this is something that they should have seen. Knife goes on the close side. Snappy floating across in towards Nest. Turret is going to spot... I wonder which turret actually activated there. Oh, I actually have no idea, to be honest. But,
is it mid, perhaps?
Mid? But there wasn't even anyone in mid.
I think...
I heard a turret shoot, but I don't see which turret could have even been shooting there.
I thought
it must have been
was
Surf's
Fluky.
turret on like belt or something.
Yeah, it could be two. Fluky destroyed the turret already on mid. Fox, however, beautiful shot. Just so clean. TBLOY immediately deleted. Maybe Lagrange could get a trade here, perhaps. Nope. I'm just gonna leave that.
Dry contact from Talon in response. Nano is spotted out here. KRX does have an alarm bar on the left side of sight, and with the wall going up, he's going to get on the side.
Kennedy is getting taken out, but Surf and Snappy, right off the bat, gets a trade.
You should run
No
30
headshots,
seconds
Niz. Armageddon now activated as well. As soon as the drop
enemy
happens,
remaining.
clears the player on Nest.
down A.
Could be a third, destroys the lockdown just to bait out a swing from Surf. And Fox is going to end it all. XGOD still with a 5-round difference.
Yeah, Fox just really in bully mode right now. Dry walking all the way down B long. He is really reading the fact that it's just a Viper solo there every time. He's cancelling the Teo drones. He's playing this B side of the map absolutely perfectly. And Talon isn't doing enough to punish that.
Spike down A.
They've just had multiple A rounds over and over and over again. Haven't really conditioned that B side of the map enough. And they've been punished for it. And again, this is going to be nothing towards that B side of the map. Knives pulled, and it looks like a similar looking round for Talon again.
This time around, the turret now placed still in mid, rather. I think similar positions. You're right. Let's see, though, if it's going to be a different story for Talon here. Really have a very difficult time getting through the initial takes here, unless this opening coming from Surf might spell a different story. Snappy, ready with the knives, a different angle on top of Jen this time around, but the drone's going to spot him out. Forced to just back away and respect that. They get the spike down. Oh!
Almost caught crossing back off of the site. TBLOY getting active on the lurk now. Could actually catch Garnets in transition.
Have to see here. Sheriff at hand. Operator for the other side as well. Beautiful Sheriff shot upgrade into that operator. Now Fox wants to take that off of his hands immediately. That would be the exit frag that he will really be happy about. Snappy, though, might be a far-off trade now. Is it a curse? Is it a blessing? Could hear the footsteps. No operator. Might as well just kick back and relax on the site itself. Be happy about this round win.
Thrifty.
Thrifty win there for Talon. Off the blades. Oh, Surf is going to stop him from getting the op right at the last second. Could tell
It's
Fox wanted
cursed.
to go for that, wanted to throw that over to Garnets. But won't be allowed this time. Find the KJ towards top screen. It's not a position that they've seen played yet, but they seemed very ready for it. So good stuff from Talon. Going to back themselves in with another A set play, and that just seems to be the go for them. They just keep going A every round. Knives are going to come out here for Garnets.
We'll have to see here. Range. Newest edition. Again, it is that big setup coming from KRX that has really prevented or really stalled a lot coming from the side of Talon.
Slow creep towards Maze. Fluky's taking a little bit of a look in towards middle. Fox just inching his way down B long, but you can see Talon just want to kick off another A execute.
Yeah, here we go. Is the Viper Spit now activated? KRX still want to hold his ground, see if he can get any pick whatsoever. Perhaps it is just Viper Spit over Viper Spit. It's a bit of a Venn diagram now here being assembled.
Yeah, these are the two really high percentage Viper Spits that you do see up from Rafters, and then the other one which wraps back around into Jail. They do secure the open plant there, Talon, and you can see the Viper can hide in Jail side with this pit. It's super, super strong.
Quite effective. Now Garnets has to do a bit of hunting here. There's just so many line-of-sight blockers. Has to push forward through this. Might have to wait for the rest of the squad. Maybe a scan. Can see them tucked into the corner. Nobody, just one nest is going to get founded. Fluky, however, gets a double. Snappy finds him immediately. 2v2 now. Time is ticking. Armageddon now maybe forced out of Kennedy's hands. So make sure that this doesn't get continued. is onto half, however. Salvo even, a blanket of utility preventing this site to be taken. And there you go. Talon is going to get another one on the board.
That's a gorgeous round from Talon. Like, right from start to finish. A pressure, deal with the alarm bot, get that high percentage pit down and get the nice open plant, and from there you have the Armageddon and the salvos to finish things up, and XGOD just takes way too long trying to dismantle one of the most OP Viper's pits you can put down in the game. Really need a well-drilled approach if you're going to clear out that pit and complete the retake of that A side of the map. Might have even been better kind of trying to push down mid or B long and get a bit of a flank going.
Prevented by the drone here, and they have to respect that. Fluky, however, it's a bit of a cheeky angle there. We'll just back away and respect. You'll get chip damage, however.
KRX on the off angle here. He's got a fair bit of help. Rotations coming in thick and fast for XGOD, further reinforcing this A site, because why wouldn't you? It's been hit every time. That knife is going to reveal multiple players here, though.
Spike down A.
Ooh, and headshots all over the place coming from XGOD. Really ruining the plans of Talon here, despite it being their buy round. Even spotted trying to walk away from A. Might be a... This would be big if Garnett is still able to, eliminate TB Lawyer the other way around to open up B. The rotations are already coming in.
Where are we going, guys? 40 seconds. The attacking side looking a little rudderless, and it looks like we're going to walk straight into a shorty.
Here we go. Here comes the wide swing. Oh, TB Loy. Beautiful pre-fire there. Quick on his
30
toes.
seconds left.
Surf still remaining here, but the spike is going to be on towards... No. It's going to make movements. They have to run to A immediately.
XGOD a little out of position. Surf has taken all of this A control. You have the salvos for the post plant. It's going to take a long time for XGOD to get back into position, and Surf is super deep here.
There we go. It's going to be a beautiful pickup by Fluky here. They have the time. Salvo, though, no choice but to commit to this. Able to at least, with his way in, Surf is going to find the first target. Doesn't get the transfer, 180. And Niz is going to be happy about that with a triple K into a Thrifty.
Lovely shots on the Sheriff in from Niz there. And XGOD winning themselves a defensive round that, look, is going to leave Talon looking a little sheepish. They should have been able to start to recover things on their attacking side here. That was a really, really nice, pit set play you saw from them in the previous round, but this anti-eco just was not great. We've thrown in, I mean, these are nice Sheriff shots to be fair, so look, sometimes you just get Sheriff, fair enough, but we've thrown in the KO knife and confirmed the stack at least 2 or 3 players on that A site, and we're still sticking around for a little too long.
Here we go. It's a bit of a broken buy on the side of Talon now. A bit of a no choice as the first half is almost about to be concluded. Garnett's gonna push right in, very, very far forward. And go back as the tail is about to expire. Has to be careful about the flash, not even needed. Snappy with a snappy shot. That's a punish onto Garnett.
And that's a rifle that can be picked up now, so this is kind of a 4-rifle round from Talon, even if they're missing a little bit of armor. KRX playing very bravely. He's taking some dry angles towards Belt, despite the fact that he has the lockdown to lean on in the mid to late round. And Talon, after that opening pick towards A, they'll just drop off TB Loy with the classic to keep an eye on things, keep an ear out while Talon go back and do their due diligence re-clearing the map. Yellow cleared by the knife. Teo drone does confirm a player top site, so they've got a beautiful read at what's happening in this round.
Surf even has an angle here onto Kitchen. And spotted. Now, Box is completely surrounded. Whoa, Niz! Despite not having the best of angles, still managed to land that beautiful shot. KRX trying to end it all. They circle back onto A, and now it's brawling with members of XGOD. Try to dodge the flash. Niz again has been incredibly deadly alongside Fluky. What a round, and you think that Talon had that, but no.
Last round before the switch.
Yeah, found the opening pick, but the rest of the round went pretty disastrously for them. And Niz is just looking sharper and sharper as we go deeper into this half. It's a good opener. Snappy wins that Angel versus Garnets, but after that, things go from bad to worse. Wall goes up for Niz, and the rest of XGOD just floods straight into the A site before Talon could get anything done.
Beautiful stuff. by XGOD, KRX, and Fluky. They both have their key ults here that can rain down the pain onto Talon if they decide to go attack A. Flash onto Snappy. For both Jets, rather. KRX has a bit of an interesting angle here in case somebody peeks through Nest.
Theodorian going to go forward, sees at least 2 players here. So once again, Talon is routinely with the Enits confirming that this is an ace stack.
Here we go. Flash. Peek in and Snappy deals. First blood over to XGOD. Operator shot's not gonna hit. Will get punished once again. KRX though has an angle. They know somebody's gonna be in hell and they will not allow him to do anything of that sort. Beautiful right click coming from Snappy. In an instant, Fox, the only one left here.
Shot from him. Got to get out of the lockdown, but he's only got 20 HP. This should be Talon to secure this round every day of the week as he hides away on Boiler. Wants to try to get one more exit towards the tail end of things, but there's just too much for him to do. Lovely round for Talon. Great flash to set up Snappy to find that opener, and Talon will finish the half with 4 as we head into the halftime break.
One enemy remaining.
You know, even if KRX has his lockdown or something like that, this man's keen to take some angles, as are Talon. Big push down B long, Garnets to receive. You do have a couple of players ready to swing off of his contact, but they're not even bloody needed. Garnets doubles his kills in one fell swoop.
The round is over before it even started. No, up to Lorraine to stop this, but no! Garnets with a sharp aim.
Impeccable kill.
Surf tries to salvage anything, but against 4, it feels like a it feels like a null and void round already.
Oh my god. Just ridiculous
What's
shots
that?
being hit there from Garnets.
Yeah.
He wants more. He's pushing all the way through the kitchen. He's absolutely cooking this round. Getting pretty close to his Blade Storm as well. And you can tell XGOD, they're all just like jump spotting. They're like trying to figure out where Surf is at. Try to set up Garnets to get this last kill. See, it isn't... Fluky wants nothing to do with that. It's like, go on, Garnets. Get you your Blade Storm, buddy. You deserve it. Oh, Fluky, come on, mate. Come on. You can't be doing that.
We are strong because
Kill secured from the side of Fluky there. But yeah, you're right. So close to this Blade Storm already. Crazy stuff. I mean, yeah.
I think that's why he's just forced the Phantom Armor here, because he knows, like, even if I die or this goes over to someone else, if I can just get a multi-frag with the Phantom Armor, I will probably have a Blade Storm anyway. Because sometimes you're a little bit scared of... Oh, he's gone back down to Guardian. That's a bit more sensible. You're a little bit scared sometimes of going Phantom Armor in these kind of situations and losing your rifle early on.
Oh, initial contact. Garnet's able to push up quite close in enemy territory already. Let's
See ya.
see. I assume Garnet's and get that frag, gets 2 at that even. Now the spike, or rather the site is now completely open. Flash gonna come in, Cloud Burst for Sanctuary. Fluky already with another frag for himself as well, but Garnet's is on fire in Icebox.
Kennedy seeing what he can get done with the classic here. What is that, a foot classic with the Talon buddy? Is it foot? Looks like foot. I don't know. My eyes are not what they used to be.
It's okay.
That should be a freebie for him.
you all
He
are
cops a little
wonderful.
dink, but outside of that, he's not too worried about it. Really, really nice anti-eco there from XGOD. Everyone survives. Garnets has got himself the Blade Storm, so he can even just drop the Guardian to one of the other boys if he wants and rip the blades. Take the Sheriff. And he had a slow start. Didn't really get an opportunity to do much on the defense, Garnets, but now on the attacking side, he has really taken over the server.
Really scary knowing that this is, what, 3 more rounds and XGOD takes Icebox. We'll see how this bonus goes for Talon, because with the Outlaw in the hands of KRX, it feels pretty scary as well.
Niz has just thrown his toxic orb off the barrier, and you can't pick it up anymore. That is the saddest thing ever. But it's still looking like a pretty good bonus here for XGOD, starting to make some moves towards B long now.
Especially Garnet's has been quite online, especially on the second half. Here comes the Blade Storm now activated. Oh, it's yellow. TV Loy though. Good counter. Surf as well. Looking very good for Talon here at the beginning of this round.
KRX on the hard lurk. Hasn't seen Snappy. Over towards Heaven side there. Or in towards Nest, rather. There's 3 defenders on this B site. Footsteps can be heard. Snappy's like, where the hell is this guy? He's missed him completely.
KRX now already inside the site. Practically, TV Loy still they haven't cleared this yellow player just yet. It's going to be quite difficult to reach through the spike because they definitely want to get that cross. But there it is. KRX able to weasel his way from A,
30 seconds
escape
left.
the eyes of Snappy, and make his way over to B. With 20 seconds on the clock, there is still a chance. If he gets the isolated fights, if he finds the right targets, but the crossfire from Snowman to yellow, to green rather, might be deadly. Lots of colors in my book, but we'll have to see who wins it all. And it is going to be Talon getting a 4K Surf. Beautiful round for him.
Yeah, if I'm Kennedy, I'm giving Snappy an earful there. Like, that is unreal. I've just been shot in the side of the head. Nice, Niz! Yes! Call him out! Love to see that from the replays and the observers. Come on, mate. He needs like 100 reps of that like game where it's like the reaction time test. As soon as it changes color, you click. That's what we need to get Niz on ASAP.
Oh.
Oh no! Not again!
Toxins going up.
It's okay.
He's much better at clicking on heads than he is at throwing the orb.
True, true.
I love these observers.
Same.
Like, you guys are legends.
The focus. Oh, TV Loy again. Remember, he has been quite pesky earlier. That's why they couldn't really penetrate through all of this. And Garnet still deals first blood. He might be doing it again. Couldn't refocus. And Garnet's able to take him down. 11 HP. Could do the job. 3v4 now with Garnet's quite low.
Again, Snappy's got this deep info line towards A, so that's allowing Talon to, just like the last round, lean a lot heavier towards B, but the knife gets dodged by XGOD. Doesn't prompt a rotation, though. Talon very much sticking around, expecting the re-aggression. I mean, they don't need to rotate, because they've got the jiggle into kitchen and Snappy locking down A, so they're just quite happy to sit here.
Locating targets.
Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Viper wall now.
30 seconds left.
Up. Still haven't found the right targets, but Salvo at least just to try and clear Nest, but Larynge is able to dodge that, still waiting for the right angle, able to escape here, and Niz fights the target. Kennedy, however, with the double. 4 bullets left. Will not reload, will still try to push through. KRX having a beautiful angle here, might spot out stragglers. So he'll sneak his way onto this Kennedy. The spider senses are tingling. And that's a triple. Now drone available for him. Trying to scan this out. Beautiful timing from Garnet's. 1v1. Who's gonna win this one out? You're gonna flush this one, and Garnet's beautiful clutch here for XGOD.
This guy's going insane! Wasn't he 3-9 at the half?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gone 11-1 in the attacking side.
Yes.
In how many rounds is this? Like, what on earth is going on? Yes, yes, more. I want Niz camp right at the start of this next round. Like, surely it's not 3 for 3 here.
3rd time's the charm.
Okay, come on.
Uh-huh.
Where's Niz? Give me Niz, give me Niz. Yes.
Oh, there.
Oh. Yeah, there
yeah.
you go. He played it safe that time. Well done. Well done, he's done it. Ooh, we've dealt with the
Enemy tag.
nano to try to break the turret there. Well done.
Yeah. Quick feed, quick trigger. Nope. Neon here. Just a couple of jets. Gonna get spotted off you. Utility Garnets. What was that? He's on fire, and he's not stopping. What a player here. Oh my word.
What do you even do against that? Just runs
Spike
through
planted.
the wall. Like, no respect being given. You gotta give Surf some respect. He's pretty much the main
remaining.
player for Talon that's shooting back. this game. And XGOD just a moments away
Toxins
from
going
securing
up.
themselves a map point. And this icebox pick has gone great for them.
This is indeed
Toxin screen
a
down.
crazy game for XGOD, a crazy game for Garnets. After the second half initiated, he has been unstoppable. Multi-frags across the board every single round almost. And Talon just having a difficult time after the swap even.
Yep, 7 in a row needed for Talon to try to even push us into OT. And I think this is just another example of, you know, Icebox coming back into the pool and you pick it into a series and force the other team to show that they can play it, and they just can't. We've seen it multiple times. Saw it yesterday in the series with Motive and Full Sense. Seen it in Pacific as well. People picking Icebox into teams that haven't looked great on it, and it's just not something that they've worked on enough yet. So looks like it's working out this time. The XGOD Knife is going to spot a player on the belt. Talon with multiple big ults to play into this round. Be looking for the opener.
Oh, good flash coordination, but unfortunately XGOD is able to back off. TB Lloyd with first blood over there, and Surf alongside that adds extra pain onto XGOD here. It's a good start for them. KRX, however, able to sneak his way into the site again. I wonder if Kennedy is ready for this. He's the one who will hold the trigger first. What a transfer! Could have gotten a third or a fourth rather, but somebody's right behind you.
Nice defensive round to kick things off here for Talon. Didn't have to burn any of their big ults here. Getting close to the pit as well. These are the kind of things that you need to, you know, sprinkle in to have enough impact to win a round here and there, but you don't want to kind of blow all your ults at once. Because over time you're looking to string this comeback together, and you're going to get the ults up sooner rather than later for XGOD. They're going to have multiple ult cycles before you move into the OT.
Get out of my way!
Yeah, still quite the tall climb. Talon is definitely capable of that, but XGOD, they can get pretty scary when they're online, especially with a lot of ults available for this round. Garnet's now Light Storm at hand, ready for the possible frag. Gonna fly across the sky, gets a couple of knives in the body, and a murder has happened. Garnet's not stopping. The refresh, the reset. Here we go. Niz has a beautiful angle here on the flank. Surf has no idea. Decides to peek at the right timing, but gets taken off by KRX immediately. 58 HP, stuck in the middle of it all. Another frag by KRX, and now into Kitchen, just instilling chaos in the backline.
2 on 3. Kennedy has been pretty fantastic so far this game for Talon, but the lockdown going to start zoning them back. Snappy's lost his life. Like, this is falling apart for Talon.
Absolutely, Kennedy the only one left trying his best to stay in the game, but because of the lockdown and everything else, XGOD wins the first.
And find timings in that regard, and you're going to have to be a little bit more actively aware of what's clean and what's dirty and where the gaps are on the map when you're playing the defense with the Vice.
And that's going to be absolutely exciting to see this setup. I remember Talon, their defense can be equally as deadly with the Waylay later on, because Surf has been stellar when it comes to this Arc Row setup on Window. Every single one who dares enter that area will be mauled. So I have a feeling that Window area might be a bit less contested by XGOD in, you know, the following rounds.
Stun into sewer. Snappy has a look off the back of the dart that is dodged nicely by XGOD. Hanging around towards the backside of A here while creeping up C long. They've caught TB Lloyd completely off guard. He gets hit by the relay bolt and he is done for.
Immediately eliminated. 50 HP now on Surf. Having to be forced back on Window. Perhaps maybe can get a straggler. Snappy already ready for the rotate. There is a bit of a lurk from KRX, which is most likely why there is a repositioning from Surf down to half HP. Now Niz gonna come from a far flank. I don't think they're ready for this. They're expecting the Window player. Lorange eliminates Garnets. And now with the fault line enabled, this could be huge for Niz here. Alongside KRX with a sandwich. Spike has already been planted. Flash now initiated. Cubby player now stunned. Snappy with a frag. Snappy is going down.
One enemy remaining.
And now it's all in shambles. XGOD doing fantastic on this attacking first round.
And Iz couldn't even get anything done at the end of the day. It was mostly Fluky and KRX. Got that one done from Long as well as the garage flank. XGOD, I mean, that round had so many bloody layers to it. Felt like I was watching Shrek talk about being an onion. Honestly, like the skirmish towards C-Long, they pick TB Lloyd, catch him completely off guard, bring the spike on over there, and then get the late lurk through on the flank, as well as KRX creeping up garage. Like, Talon just have way too much to worry about there as they come back on in for the C retake. So, just a save here for Talon. Couple of sheriffs in the mix.
Back in a flash.
See if they can get some damage done.
We'll have to see here. And Refract activated by Snappy. Let's see if he's able to get a pick before that entirely expires. Well, it's done. We'll see now. We get to see a pushed up TB Loy into Cubby. They most likely might check it. We'll see.
He gets 2 here. I'll buy the Talon bundle because that classic is blessed.
All right. Oh, he's the one. Fortunate is spotted right off the bat.
Well, look, the sheriffs are still in play here. Mostly eyes on Surf and Snappy to get something done here.
Oh, we're able to dodge the tripwire for sure, but Snappy
Planted.
able to find out the Sentinel far lurk into the window. Here comes Niz, however, on too long, aiming and waiting for any exit frags here, including Lagrange as well.
Yeah, nice open plant from XGOD. You can see Talon set up on all of the different off angles. Just waiting for exits to come out here for XGOD, but they don't even need to exit towards spawn side. I don't think that the radius is going to stop them from playing towards C-Long. Oh, this is nice though. Could be a little stun aftershock combo.
Oh, got their own as well. Now they know that there's at least one player there. Fluky though, ready for this as well with a ghost. Gets taken down. It's a ghost gone, so it's not too bad. And Surf will die to the spike, and quite a clean round again for XGOD.
Get their good side. We don't want to be rude.
3 alive. They only lose the player with the ghost there. And didn't see what the last player had. Don't know if he came into that one with a pistol, but either way, it's a pretty clean anti-eco. So yeah, they lost both of the players. So all of the rifles retained for XGOD. They're very happy about how that anti-eco is gone. Full buy coming in here for Talon though. Does look like again a fight over A main to start things off.
Here we go, buy round now for Talon. Fault line immediately. We haven't seen too much action just yet onto A, as the Waylay player, Snappy, has been constantly, avoided. But this time around, we might see early action on this agent. Kennedy now backing off, respecting the fact that they've already pretty much creeped up closer because of that smoke.
Contact approach here for XGOD, going to kick off at any moment.
There it is. That's the flash. That's the go signal. Now they sort of back away. Fast lane just to have the entire site. Only one was scanned, so they have no idea if there's one by the Cubby. As Fluky's able to take down Snappy. No Waylay. 1-for-1. Kennedy still tucked into this. Might get flushed out eventually with the smoke expiring. As Foxy is able to get a utility frag there. Surf removing KRX off of the equation, so it's a 3v3. 2 coming from heaven. And Lagrange's angle here must be weighted by the rest, and Fault Line will not give you any work to deal with. It's TB Loy now into a 1v1. One from A main. There's the top of the spike. Smoke about to expire real soon, but Fox knows that he has the advantage, and therefore had beautiful timing off of that peak. No bonus for Talon here.
Yeah, bonus 1 by XGOD. Rifle picked up from Fox. This is the best possible start they can have to the attacking side of Haven, and this is really going to put Talon under the pump. They've already dropped Icebox. If they don't start picking things up sooner rather than later, then this could be a 0-2 series that puts them in a very dire spot inside of this group. Kennedy needed to get more done there. He was the most important player in that setup, and he goes down to the aftershock. was pointing out how against DRX Academy last game at Haven, this guy dropped 30.
Blinding prep.
So
I blinded
look,
them.
I'm waiting to see what this man can do on the Sova here.
Exactly. One of the win conditions definitely for sure relies heavily on the way Kennedy plays, especially during the mid rounds of game. But now it is going to be a B hit. It's going to be a full retake of 5 as they surround themselves on Link. Maybe some will reposition, try to clear outside of Garage. But Fox deals first blood onto Snappy. No way late to entry inside the site. And they're just really having a lot of spamming onto Link. TB Loy, though, deals a beautiful headshot onto Garnets into Fox. 3v2 now. Here comes the flank from KRX. They don't see this coming at all. And a transfer to end it as well. 4-0. It still continues.
Couple of guns taken away there, so not too bad for Talent. They will bring a Cosmic and a Conversion Pass into this next gun round, getting pretty close to the Rolling Thunder. But that's something XGOD already have access to, as well as the Hunter's Fury. So this is where the olds start to make these rounds a little bit more interesting. But money looking pretty decent here for XGOD. At least one more buy in the back pocket on the attacking side here. So Talent have got a little bit of work to do. And that's probably got to start with this op here on Snappy. We posted up towards C-Long, and I have a 3-player setup towards A initially, especially as this control comes in. Surf will stick around.
Yeah, it's a very interesting swap. We haven't seen this kind of arrangement on defense just yet. Having the Vice utility now being the way to put a pause onto this Rolling Thunder. We'll have to see the aftershock just to clear these corners. Able to find a kill as well. Kennedy is gone, immediately taken off the equation. And now it's a -1.
No one there to shoot the drone for him. Man advantage for XGOD. They are just waiting for Talent to make a mistake. Out comes the Arcros to try to open up some kind of opportunity to go for a peek. Lorange's going to even up the numbers.
Though, Garnets, before the slide comes in, Surf finds him in the end. Lorange, no Rolling Thunder in this round. And now it's all up to Niz to do a very crazy clutch. It's a possibility. Yeah, there's From the Shadows available. Doesn't know where the last player is going to be coming from, but it's still going to do the job, still going to commit either way.
Planted.
TPing up into Heaven, that is an unexpected angle, and that's going to allow him, especially if he wraps around through spawn, to know exactly where Snappy's coming from. See him creeping around. He will clear spawn side, but it's not planted for spawn, so that could be a bit of an issue for Niz. He's going to stick around in Heaven as a result.
And it could be a giveaway as well, or rather, keep Snappy on his toes. Maybe it's an A main plant, maybe. Now it's open on top of Heaven. There's so many possibilities to this. With 30 HP, gotta make this count. It's out in the open, and there you go. The plays coming from this -2, making it into a 1v1. Beautiful stuff by XGOD. It's 5-0, Pilski.
Yeah, Niz just explodes on the A side there. Really, really good stuff from him. Effectively a 1-on-3. But that setup for Talon gets completely picked apart by the drone. No one is there for the player in the close angle to shoot the drone. If you're going to play a close angle like that, really disruptive, then you need to be able to help out old mate. I think they may have been expecting a fast lane from the Neon and that kind of set execute. It's a little bit more common on A than droning. Usually you're going to get like the fast lane up with the dart behind it and a little bit of a faster set play on A. So the fact that it's a little bit of a slower one with the drone to start really catches Talon Academy off guard. And now they're going to take a bit of a timeout because they are in a pickle, make no doubt about it. That's going to be another reset round on them. Sheriffs and Armor will come on in, but if they don't start getting some rounds sooner rather than later, then they're going to drop this series and they will be 1-3 in the group overall with only one game left to play. They've got to kind of hope for some tiebreakers.
Yeah, and it's crazy too that they've already, sort of switched up and tried to adapt by investing 3 members onto A, with most of the utility heavy being on that side, and it was not enough to slow down the pace that XGOD is just really forcing on to Talon.
Cover going out.
Kennedy just hasn't really got going just yet. Hasn't had a chance to have any impact, despite the fact that it's his side that's being hit almost every round.
Exactly.
Different approach for XGOD this time. Snappy able to find Garnets. That's a good start for Talon that they haven't had yet.
Light speed out of there. Now could be the target. Rolling Thunder available for the range. Sheer will get triggered. So far, they haven't decided where to go just yet.
Zone goes into garage. They know that there's a player close. Beautiful shot straight through the dark cover from Surf. That's illegal. Lukey looking to trade that kill, and he can't. Punished as well. This could be the round that Talon was looking for.
Great stuff from the timeout here. Everything working out in their favor. The window sheriff shot by Surf. Now Fox still slowly creeping into A. It is open. The only one closest there is Candy, who has been, quite unfortunate when it comes to the opening rounds. Always being found. But let's see now. Against 2, 5, doable. Very doable.
I mean, Niz has to play disruptive here and get some kills because this is just a numbers disadvantage you have to try to overcome.
Stealing sight.
Absolutely. Even the drone coming in. Possibly gonna check graffiti for sure. Now they know. Doesn't have any shrouded step anymore. Only the smoke. Tries to reposition and run away into sewers as they try to clear every single thing. They have eyes on the prize. They've got the angle. There's even a main here from Fox as well. It's a 1v3 situation. Still a lot of utility. You still got your flashes on the board, but Surf decides to just shut you down. And Talon breaks momentum and is able to get a score on the board.
Yeah, they force out the Cosmic, though, with how close that was getting. Could tell that Talon Academy did not want to have to use that, but Niz, as well as Fox, were keeping that one interesting. Thrifty will be secured, though. Snappy winning that initial duel. That's just plain unlucky for KRX. He gets banged straight through the dark cover. And then TV Lloyd punishing the player looking to trade that kill. So that's a breath of life for Talon Academy. This game was going very poorly for them, but with the Sheriffs, they win that round number 6 and pick up a handful of rifles, which is really going to bolster the economy going forward here.
Cover going out.
Help immensely from the shadows, immediately going to be used as they head on straight to A. The only one there is going to be Kennedy as well as Surf, but that will prevent them from pushing through.
They're going to cancel. Sheer has been triggered. Snappy has walked straight down middle here, though.
Ooh. Let's see, though. Able to swat out across. Oh, reveals himself already. Gonna light speed out of there to safety.
Forced away. XGOD making pretty fast moves across the map thus far. A little bit of A pressure. They've dropped off KRX. They pushed the Waylay out of the info position, bottom middle. Now they're going to throw a little bit of pressure towards this C site. Garage smoke plus the drone to try to draw some rotations across, and indeed they have 2 players getting their feet inside of this C site. Breaching position to offer a little bit more supportive utility, but after all said and done, it is going to be an A ending here for XGOD.
Yeah, overdrive now activated as well. Paranoia is going to hit. Rolling Thunder to slow things down. That still will initiate the slide, including the Hunter's Fury. Finds the one, could be the second, but a beautiful shot down here by the side from Talon. 2v4 though still. XGOD has the advantage. There's Waylay, there's Snappy in the middle of it all. And then in an instant, the numbers advantage just slowly goes again towards XGOD.
They played fantastic today. That was a beautiful round. There were so many different junctures that they could have slipped up in that round, and they just didn't. Such fast and quick decision making. This is beautiful calling on the attacking side of Haven. They had it in their mind that they wanted to go for a faster set play towards A, but as the shear comes out and the Omen TP does get denied, it's something that they end up cancelling. Then they do a really good job pushing the Waylay out from close middle. And then after dropping off the Cypher in A, turn that into a bit of C pressure and then go back towards A. Like, they did so much in so little time in that round.
Yeah.
You know, within 50 seconds to a minute, they were all over the map. And Talon just had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. It didn't give them any time whatsoever to react appropriately at all. You know, here comes the attack onto C. Fast lane. Nobody's there, not a single soul, but they're slowly creeping towards C long possibly here.
Spike planted.
Trip dealt with. So XGOD going to be aware that the flank's coming in. Is ready for a multi-frag here.
Let's see who's going to go right in. Snappy checks, however. Surf with a quick trade. KRX is there as well for the big backup. Trying to get flashed, but will try to dodge. KRX still with an off angle, and it's gonna be worth. They're just mowing them down.
Scanning ahead.
And it is a bit of a broken buy. They still got a few upgrades, but it's not gonna work out at all. TB like the only one left with a classic. Nowhere to run. Gotta concede this one.
It's going to go down to the spike. He doesn't want to be a walking ult orb. He is the master of his own fate. But, look, 7-1 for XGOD. Even after a little bit of a slip up to the Sheriff armor, they've gotten thrifted once. But outside of that, this has been a flawless game of Haven. And this is the downside of picking into a really, really strong map pick of your opponents. Like, you might be 9-1 on this map, you might be backing yourself, but XGOD has won the last 4 in a row. And this is a map that they are very confident that they can play right now.
Oh, yeah. Usually we get to see, you know, Snappy become extra aggressive onto sewers. We haven't really seen the operator being brought out yet onto short. There is a couple of things that is stopping from that sort of play, and one of them could possibly be the breach just being such a nuisance and such a big counter to any of the aggression that they want to do.
Dark cover in the fault line, reducing the amount of information that Talon has on A. Kennedy responds by droning out A lobby and re-clearing all of that space, which allows Talon to feel a lot safer about their setup towards C. Not seeing any movements from Surf or the breach moving anywhere else, but as the re-clear comes in, Kennedy will call for some rotations. Both the Vice and the Breach making their ways back through spawn now. You cannot lose that duel on the info line. That is incredibly sharp from Fluky.
No way. And you said it right, Pilsky. The map, Haven, it was Kennedy that was one of the star players there, dropping 30. But unfortunately, every single time XGOD finds him immediately. And now A is right open for the spike. He planted. Snappy has an off angle here. I expect the second player, perhaps converging paths now utilized, and it's pretty worth. Gets to light speed onto window, and now they're completely surrounded.
More duels being taken. Snappy's on a bit of a tear right now, coming in on the flank. XGOD going to flip the map and try to play the post plant from heaven, but it's not planted for them.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the tall order here. Steel Garden now activated, now forced onto shorties. Now even a Rolling Thunder just to prevent and get them off of the spike. Now it's half. Fox going to creep right into the lower ground of things. Switches to utility, tries the transfer, but Fluky's right there for the assist onto heaven. And it's still worth all of it in the end.
Yeah, I was really questioning the after-plant positioning there for XGOD, but then the Steel Garden comes out and I realize that they're just Giga Brain, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, even though I can see everything perfectly and I have perfect information. Like, honestly, that was beautiful. Steel Garden would have made it very hard for them to play inside of the site there, so Fox does a beautiful job dodging that in spawn and throwing out his own Rolling Thunder in reply to make sure that Talon can't get that defuse off.
XGOD playing out of their minds right now. Just calm, collected, surgically removing every single one, despite Snappy getting a multi-frag in that round as well.
Yeah, he did his best. Wasn't enough. Someone else needed to step up for Talon Academy. Drone comes out, trying to re-clear a lobby and doesn't see anything there. And Garnet's going to take that as an invitation.
There we go. Garnet's off angle. Off angle versus off angle. And in the end, it's Neon that reigns supreme. But the spike's going to be at the moment. Oh no.
Be right back.
Oh, crack here. There is. Get in, get out. 1 for 1.
Good aggression from Snappy. Re-aggression in towards sewers here from Talon Academy. Looking for some duels.
Oh! Nope, not aware. Definitely. You will not expect a second player, but beautiful kills across the map here for XGOD. And you get the spike down into 3v1.
I feel like they're just avoiding Snappy every round. Like,
Yeah.
he's doing a really good job mixing up where he's playing. You've seen him on C with the op. You've seen him push down B under window. You've seen him play Gary 2 or 3 rounds and A 2 or 3 rounds. And despite the fact that he's played a different position in almost every round and he keeps mixing it up, he is almost never where XGOD are going.
Exactly. It's just so So far, the player that they always find in a lot of these sites is Kennedy over here onto A. It has been, you know, quite a tough hold onto A constantly, and XGOD always finds these trades, even though they get the initial frag, they just get much more across the map.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to go in hard on individual players or anything, especially, like, academy players that are on the come-up. Like, this is the exact reason why they're playing in this league, to get this experience, but Kennedy and TB Boy have, that's like the, I guess, stable anchors on the A and the C site have been picked for free many, many rounds this game. It's one of the main reasons why Talon is struggling so hard.
XGOD has been completely solid here. Every single time coming to see whether or not they find the first pick. Now Snappy versus Garnets here onto Sewers this time around, assisted by Lorenges utility, and we'll respect that and back away.
I wanted to see him just fight it. He's got two players right behind him. He's finally on the right point of contact, but this is all just pressure from Garnets while the rest of XGOD walk their way into C for free. Talent mobilizing, contacting towards long A, contacting down, straight down middle, so they've got a lot of different angles on the map here.
Yeah, the shear activated. They got them separated. There will be an investment onto mid instead. Let's see if KRX is able to deal with the onslaught of players from Talon rotating from A. This is going to be a lot here. They're going to check. Snappy sees this coming. There is a trade from Fluky, however. Still 100 HP. Bit of in the middle of it all. But guess what? Somebody's behind you. That's going to be Garnets. Niz as well over onto window. And one by one, Talon falls. XGOD now at the double digits.
Last round in the half.
Not much else to say. Like, they're just reading the rotations perfectly. Quite comfortable leaving Garnets to his own devices. You know, he's kind of, like, honestly, it's a little weird. Like, he's almost lurking on the Neon. He's at the early parts of the round being dropped off in towards sewer, but even in rounds where there's like A pressure, sometimes he's just lurking C long and he's trying to kill TV Boy, and he's having a lot of success doing that on the Neon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, you know, hunting here for the side of Garnets. Now Spike alongside with him, trying to creep in closer. Kennedy hugging the wall a little bit with a double swing there, able to escape. Try the rotation now coming from Talon.
Yeah, drone coming out. XGOD never really rushing this. Do spot out Kennedy here, and it's been the walk up from Garnets. It's finally been kind of beautiful fault line, which is dodged by Fluky, but there's the TP from Niz. Or rather from... yeah, it was from Niz. I guess he faked the TP, I suppose. Didn't go anywhere special.
Decided to just cause a bit of chaos there. TV Loy could do something incredible, perhaps something serious to prevent the spike from going down over to B. A bit of a sandwich that might potentially happen soon onto spawn, and that's going to be Surf dealing one. Fluky able to cross towards C, but the damage is already done as TV Loy deals the final blow onto this round, and there you go. The first half is going to be a 10-2. At least Talon able to recover a little bit, but it is going to be a tall hill to climb as we take a short break for the second half.
Team A.
They do.
It'll be a huge attacking half from them. Gonna start with a little bit of a contact into grass. Niz with the paranoia ready to receive, hand in hand with KRX in garage, but neither one of them will get any action because it's straight into the B side for Talon.
That light speed immediately onto Link. They're going to be prevented a little bit there, but that's going to just buy them some time. TB Loy staying at spawn just to catch anyone that dares rotate. Will keep himself concealed just to set up a huge flank that they could potentially do. Here comes the fault line just to scare off the XGOD members, but instead it's the opposite. Here comes a big flank though, unable to find the second kill. It's a 2v2 now. This could be huge for Talon. Surf dealing some damage here, and KRX will finish the job alongside Niz. And there you go, XGOD. The pistol goes to them.
That's rough for Talon. Couldn't manage to close out that post plant, so look, honestly, let's get some stingers going. I know that the NA coaching staff on the main talent team love the stinger force buys. I don't know if that's going to have a drip down effect to the academy team, but it probably needs to the way that this game is going.
One enemy.
We're going to be backed into a corner here and a bit of the buy. Yep, this triple stingers on their end.
I like it. It's probably the best way to get back into this game. Just try to break the money nice and early. And honestly, against Spectre Armor, I'm not minding that at all. Garnets has got free farm here with the Outlaw as this garage split comes in, though.
Yeah, here we go. Snappy. Able to activate the refract already. Garnets for the first kill over here. It is a death bowl. A blender into garage. And KRX ain't stopping, gets shut down. And eventually, now Surf, all in his lonesome here with the Guardian, still needs to hunt for the right targets. Get the isolated fights, perhaps. Arc Rose available still. Trying to bait some shots. Garnets now knows where the last player is going to reside. And now they're trying to get him surrounded. Tries to bait a reaction. There's still 60 seconds on the clock for this, but the drone might foil his plans as its process of elimination finds him at backside. Still has the scan. Beautiful jiggle peek here, and the spray to down. Fluky ends it all, and now XGOD is in match point.
Match point.
Absolutely outrageous from KRX that round. Like, he's got a trip cage set up and he's running it straight through all of this util. You can tell the attackers just are not even ready for that, because why on earth would you do that?
Yeah.
But that's the kind of stuff you do when you're up 11-2. Like, you just don't care anymore. It's like, get this game over with. Like, I want to go get some dinner.
Exactly. Those kinds of plays, something that you definitely do not expect, and it's really going to be hard to deal with. Here we go. Force buy here, of course. Garnet's able to cross off of that fault line, but it's going to get blocked off by smoke.
Talent contacting up. A-Long will be spotted out by the drone, but it's only one or two players seen. You get the push down middle here from XGOD in response.
Oh, this could be deadly. XGOD, however, is going to get taken down. Fox is going to be punished. They know this is the second player here. Nice, beautiful headshot. Paranoia decides to just pull it out. Instead, I'll put a bullet to your head. Switches up weapons. Garnets, on the other hand, gets a kill. A couple of body shots from TB Loy there with the Sheriff. Now 3v2. Still doable for the side of Talon here to extend this one as they do a plant over onto B. For the relay bullet's going to stop them in their tracks. Nice attempt coming from Garnets, but gets shut down by TB Loy. Now down to 10 HP.
Yeah, Cage could be helpful to get a half here for XGOD.
Absolutely, there it is. The cage that you mentioned. Now they need to search whether or not there is a player onto backside. Once that's clear, a couple of utilities available for Lagrange, even the fault line, the gravity well, everything. As the scan's gonna come through. Now they know that it's possibly two players. Will KRX able to clutch this one? Able to sidestep. Able to get it to half, not yet. It's a plethora of utility. Lagrange has to buy time. And there it is. I don't think there will be enough time as Lagrange trying to just jiggle out through this. Talon is able to get around, but it is another expensive one at that.
We doing this or what?
Yeah, I mean, Garnets is just sliding through a bloody smoke with an Outlaw. It's like a lot of troll plays coming out here for XGOD at the moment. They are very far ahead, and that is one of the rare instances where Talon is able to punish them. Especially with the double flank out there, like you really just don't need to do anything much as Garnets. But they will half buy, will extend the game out a little bit longer. Give Talon a little bit more time to get some attack-excited rounds here. Control secured early on here for XGOD. Nice shot from Niz. This could still be a round that is losable.
Yeah. So pretty scary. Actually, KRX with the Sheriff at that. Orange is able to respond in kind, but Garnets, though. It's a bit of a Bucky at the ready.
Fox taking some more pot shots, pushed off the line by the drone here. Really not sure where Talon are going to be able to go here, drone. And pressure being applied. Fluky just going forward, punished by TB Loy, though.
I'm out of here.
Oh, what is that peak? That's crazy. Garnets able to check and double back into a frag. TB Loy. Here comes another one from Surf, able to at least get by with the fast lane. Fox, however, is gonna get taken down by another drive from TV Loy, but they just want some free upgrades here. And an overdrive to
Spike
boot.
planted.
Plant goes down. 4 beat Link. Talon looking to try to close out the round in the exact fashion that they did last time. Garnet's looking to take some more rifles away if he can. Talon has no money at all, so every gun that they lose here is going to be painful for them.
Absolutely. And they're gonna be happy even if Garnet won't be able to find any kills whatsoever. That economic pressure is gonna be enough. There you go. Nicely done by TB Loy and Surf here on this round.
Talon, a lot of big ults here. Can be helpful for them. Cosmic, Breach ult, and the Steel Garden can really help streamline you to be able to take a site or even close out a post plant here. For XGOD though, looking at something like the overdrive, you may be a little bit concerned about a quicker set play, maybe a run down C long, but actually it will be the op out. You're not usually expecting the op to start garage though, so they could lose a pick here if they're not careful.
We'll have to see. No flash will assist you. It's just going to be a dragon is spotted. However, still finds the kill. Gonna get a relay bolt just to extract himself out of there. And no trade whatsoever. Through the doors, Garnets is online. This is a run it back to what we saw in Icebox, and he is not stopping. He wants to end the series here and now. XGOD 13-4, 2